Today's video topic is the latest update about Oxford vaccine, and later I will compare the Oxford vaccine with the mRNA vaccine. Hello my dear friends, I am Poonam and you are watching Biology Explained. The Oxford vaccine announced its result on 23rd November 2020. Let's see what they have told. Over 23,000 participants were assessed. Half of them were given the vaccine and the half were given placebo. Among the vaccinated group, there were two dosage policy. In one group consisting of 2,741 participants, half dose was given and it was followed by a full dose, and the doses were given 1 month apart. In the other group consisting of 8,895 participants, two full doses were given and they were given 1 month apart. In the full dose group, the vaccine was found to be 62% efficient, while in the other group where one half dose was followed by one full dose, the efficiency was found to be 90%. And the combined analysis of both type of dosage gave an efficiency of 70%. Thus, from the preliminary result, it seems that half dose followed by a full dose worked better. Scientists are trying to understand why half dose gave better efficiency than the full dose. According to some scientists, the half dose might have mimicked the actual viral dose and thus our immune system was more efficient. Lower first dose may lead to quicker establishment of memory cells, which is triggered by second booster dose. Another advantage if half dose works better is that we will get more people to be vaccinated with the amount of vaccine because only half dose will be required per person. There were 131 COVID cases, among which 101 were from the placebo group. Good news is that none of the participants were hospitalized and there was no severe cases. This vaccine works efficiently in adults from 18 to 90 years. Another interesting point which they mentioned was that this vaccine might stop transmission of the disease. This is very crucial because if one can stop transmission, then we can stop the chain. Thus, it is possible to eradicate the virus completely. However, much more data and study is required in this aspect. We are hearing a lot about the mRNA vaccines like the vaccines from Pfizer, BioNTech and Moderna. Let's understand the difference between the Oxford vaccine and the mRNA vaccine. Oxford vaccine is made by genetically engineering the SARS-CoV-2 spike protein on a common cold virus. The immune system will produce antibodies and memory cells against the spike protein. On the other hand, in mRNA vaccine, the mRNA has the genetic code of the spike protein. Once it gets inside the cell, it will translate to spike protein, which are then recognized by the immune system and they will produce antibody and memory cells against the spike protein. This Oxford technology is very much well established and found to be safe. We have lot of vaccines made by this technology. On the other hand, mRNA vaccine technology is new and no approved vaccine is there till date. So we really don't know about the long-term effect. Comparing the efficiency, it is found that Oxford vaccine is 70% efficient while the mRNA vaccines are 95% efficient. One important aspect for vaccine is its distribution. That is how it will be stored, transported and distributed. In case of mRNA vaccine, they have to be stored at -70 and transported at the supercool temperature, which is difficult to be transported worldwide because it needs advanced supercool freezer to be transported and stored. While in case of Oxford vaccine, it can be stored at normal fridge temperature, which makes it easier to be transported worldwide, especially in the hot countries. Another important aspect is pricing. While Oxford vaccine will cost $3, mRNA vaccine will cost $25 to $37. In India, we are supposed to get the Oxford vaccine at rupees 1000 per dose. I don't know whether India can afford mRNA vaccine at this point of time. Now, one of the questions that might come to your mind, which vaccine you should take, Oxford, Pfizer BioNTech or Moderna? The answer is it depends upon what is available to you in your place. A single vaccine is not enough to vaccinate the whole world at this current scenario. So we will need multiple vaccines for the time being. Slowly we will understand which one works best for which group, and accordingly it will be manufactured and distributed. That's it for today, guys. Hope you found these informations helpful. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe my channel for more video. Thank you.